Drizzy Drake.
Yo, what's up? This is Usher.
This is Big Snoop D.O. Double G.
You know it's some GS boys. Yeah, man, this is Spice One.
This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Fly.
Hey, yo, wings up. This your boy, Drew the Priest.
Yo, what up? It's the one and only Murphy Lee.
That's right, it's your boy, Havoc the Mouthpiece from the South Central Cartel.
This is Steve Arrington, a.k.a. The Invade, only on KFSM Radio.
KFSM Radio.
KFSM Radio.
On KFSM Radio.
KFSM, it's your radio station. KFSM radio station. KFSM radio station. I'm tuning in.
Yeah, welcome all to Celebrity Talk with your boy 2D. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody, cause we are live right here tonight, baby, with the one, the only, Jorge Malave-Dejesus, baby. Yo. What's good with you, family? How you feeling, bruh?
What's good, man? What's good? I'm feeling real good, man. Thank you for having me, my brother.
Hey, thank you for being here, man. You got a lot of stuff going on about yourself, and I've had the honor and the pleasure of kind of going through your bio and checking you out, watching you work in social media and different things like that. But for our listeners who might have been under a rock, scared of Corona or something, take a minute, man, and tell everybody who you are, where you calling in from, and what's good with you, fam.
Damn, where do I begin? Well, first of all, my name is Jorge Malave-Dejesus, man. All my friends and everybody I got come in contact with call me Yo-Yo. I'm the author for the title novel Rock Bottom. Those of you who don't know, right there, Bang Bang Bang. That's my book right there. You can find it at Barnes & Noble online. You can find it on Amazon. I'm also an entrepreneur. I own a small power washing company. I own a marketing and advertising firm, and I also own a clothing store. And I'm also a single devoted father to my boys and my daughter.
Wow, how about that? You got it going on, bruh. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. So what we gonna do, man, is we like to dive into who Yo-Yo really is. We want to just kind of chop it up with you, man. Get into the depths of it. Figure out how could you come up with such an inspirational book? How does an entrepreneur get to owning car washes and different businesses like that? Because it's hard out here. And they say it's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a dad, a dedicated dad to still be doing his business like that. So we got some questions, man, that I've generated. We also, when we start posting and letting people know, some of our listeners like to send in questions. So we monitor and screen them because, you know, we got some crazy people out there. And we'll ask some of those and we'll send some shouts out to them, man. If you good, we can rock with it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Me, however you want to do it, man. You the boss, man. I'm just here to play the game.
Amen. Well, I could definitely hear your accent, brother. How's it going in the end? Wow, what's good?
It's going good, man. I'm not gonna hold you, man. A lot of people are locked away in their houses, but I got a different mindset from everybody else, man. I feel as though like I gotta stay active, I gotta stay mobile, I gotta keep moving, I gotta keep building my brand. There's no way I can slow this down and just voluntarily incarcerate myself in the house. That's not happening. You know what I mean?
Amen. And that's crazy that you say that because we do so many interviews and so many different things with the radio station here. A lot of people are trying to move, and I say trying to move, but then when it comes to their actual movement, they're using the coronavirus thing as a crutch. Like, I was gonna drop my album, but this happened. Well, I was gonna do this, but this happened. What are some of the things that help you to motivate and realize this is an opportunity, although they calling it a pandemic?
Listen, man, there's an opportunity right now because it's an even playing field for everybody right now. Everybody's on the same playing field right now. Everybody who was up here, guess what? Now they all down here with you.
Yes.
So this is the perfect time for you to fucking get your creative juices going on, for you to brainstorm, for you to come up with some really good business proposals, business plans, for you to market yourself a little better. Social media is a beautiful thing. This is how I've been staying afloat. I've been continuously just using social media to my advantage and just learning it more, learning the more depth of it, learning how to search engine optimize, learning how to, just build my brand and really flush it down and push it in everybody's faces.
Come on, man. That's what's up. Hey, man. I see Count the Lightner joining us. He might call in. He normally try to call in once or twice during the show, but he says, what's up? He on the live. Yeah, shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to Count, man. Listen, so let's just start at the beginning. You're a young man, you're growing up. What do you want to be when you grow up? Because I don't think that it was this. And I got my glasses on because your bling is like bling bling. And I'm like, oh, hold on, time out.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Growing up, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to be a police officer.
Come on. Okay.
I wanted to be a police officer like many because, you know, I thought they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really didn't understand what I understand today. And as I got older, I started living, I started maturing, I started analyzing, I started seeing things, I started living. And little by little, that idea really changed quickly. It changed drastically because I seen what they were doing to us, and I didn't want to be labeled as that. You know, shout out to all the good officers out there if they are.
Amen.
Shout out to you guys for holding it down and whatever, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I decided I had to go another route with that, you know.
Okay, amen. That's what's up. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I wanted to be a gynecologist till I was about a freshman in high school, and my health teacher's like, oh, you want to be a gynecologist, do you? And he showed me a book, and I saw some things up in that book. It was like, oh, Lord, have mercy, never mind. I'm going to be a welder. So they make it like it's really hard out here today for independence, because, you know, let's like relate things to the music industry. There were labels, and the labels were signing people. They controlled the radio, they controlled everything. And then the independent cycle kind of started, and then people started to understand that they could be small business owners and they could pretty much do whatever it is they wanted. They just had to have the knowledge. How hard is it to obtain the knowledge to understand the beginnings, even the startup of starting your own company?
Well, first of all, you gotta really narrow it down and really figure it out what it is that you want to do. You know, and once you figure out what you want to do, you start doing some research on it. You know, you start asking questions. You start, you know, doing your own research. You start reading books about what it is that you want to do. Right now, you have YouTube. That's a major platform.
Yes.
Anybody,
yes,
any career and any type of career that they want to pursue that can help you out. So that's how I started with my power washing company. I went and bought the equipment. I knew nothing about it. Right before I had to go walk and do the lady's house, I saw a 30-minute YouTube clip, and guess what? When I walked off her property, I walked out with $1,600.
Come on, baby. That's what's up. YouTube is a mean thing. I remember when my car would break down, I would have to go to the Chilton's manual or the Haynes manual. Now I'm just like, oh, what's wrong? YouTube that joint real quick. Oh, that's easy. I could do that. Right?
It's amazing because it breaks it down to you for every question you want. Whatever you want to find out, it will break it down to the smallest detail to the biggest detail, and it's amazing.
Okay, that's what's up. Amen. I'm feeling that. So why power washing? What, did you see something? Did you experience something to say, you know what? People's houses is dirty. I could clean a house and really make some cash doing this.
Yeah, definitely. What happened was I was working with a really good friend of mine, which he is now I'm partnered up on his business as well. He gave me the proposal today to partner up with him in his business. So that's another business that's going to be under my belt.
Wow.
I was working with him, and I was gonna. This is an interesting story. I was doing a roofing job with him with this company called Inline, and it just so happened that day the owner brought his 12-year-old son to work with us that day. And, you know, I got stuff picking up shingles at the bottom of the roof, and it just so happened that he partnered me up with his son. So me and his son get to talking, you know. I start asking the kid questions because I want to know a little bit about him. You know, I'm just trying to spark a conversation for us to talk, that way we can get this going.
Okay.
So I asked him, what are you going to be when you get older? And he was like, I'm gonna run this company. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I was like, that right there, that they already sparked something in me. But the next question that I asked him was the one that really made me quit the job site that moment in that instant. Because when I asked him, why do you want to run this? Why do you want to run your dad's company? He looked at me, stood up tall, looked at me right in my eye, and he said, so I can have a whole bunch of idiots working for me.
Wow.
So
wow.
Once he said that, I finished up doing my little job, but then I made my way to the truck where I met my partner. And I was like, yo, I'm sorry, but I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. You know, because even when I was in the drug game, when I was doing things I wasn't supposed to do, I always had that mentality that I never liked to work for anybody.
Boss mentality.
I didn't like getting cheap packs. I didn't like getting little packs to do it. No, I wanted my own stuff. I wanted mine. I wanted my shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So right when I got back to the truck, I'm talking to my boy. My boy's like, "Nah, you can't leave." I said, "I'm sorry, but I'm leaving. I am out of here." What the conversation I just had with that kid, that was an awakening for me.
Wow.
I'm not getting no younger. I'm getting older. My kids are growing up. I can't have my kids living the same footsteps that I'm living. So he said, "What are you gonna go do?" I said, "I'm gonna do a power washing job, bro. I'm gonna do power washing." And I had a little bit of money put aside. I went and bought me a $400 van. I bought me 2 power washing machines. I bought me all the accessories for power washing machine, and I threw up an ad on Craigslist. This is when Craigslist was free.
Yeah.
Craigslist was free. And no lie. In 24 hours, I had the lady hit me up and say, "Hey, can you come check out my house?" Mind you, I didn't know anything about it.
No bidding, no estimates.
Right, because I was destined to figure it out. So I went, saw the YouTube video. I gave her, I talked to her. By the time I got done, like I told you a couple minutes ago, I walked out with $1,600 for doing her whole house, bro.
Wow, that's awesome.
I never looked back.
I never look back. $1,600. That's a good payday right there. Come on, man. That's what's up. So your business flourishes, and you're doing the power washing things, and you're like, "Yo, if I could do this with power washing, I could do this with anything." Is that like the mentality you had? To walk us through it a little bit. Tell us a little bit about it.
That's exactly the mentality I had, my brother. What happened was, once I seen the money I was making with the power washing, another thought kicked in my mind, because winter was approaching, and I was like, "Wait, I can't do this in winter. What am I going to do?" So I partnered up with another good friend of mine, and we put together another business plan. Because when I met him, he was so good. He was so good at what he does, and in the music industry, that like everything that he spoke about came naturally to him. And I asked him, I said, "Why won't you open up a business?" And he was like, because I don't know how to, or it wasn't in him to run the business. I said, "You know what? I'm gonna touch base with you tomorrow, and I'm gonna propose something to you." I went to the city hall. I went and created the name, which is called the Primacy Firm. And I got my EIN number. I got my business permits. I got all my things. And then next time I met him, I said, "Look, now we starting the business." So when I did that, when I showed that to him, he was like appalled. He was like, "Oh shit, like you can't be serious."
Come on.
And then ever since we did that, a real good friend of mine, shout out to Jorge Gomez. He's a real well-respected videographer, Flow Television out here in the East Coast.
Okay.
He signed with us, so he's my partner. He's my partner in the marketing advertisement company called the Primacy Firm. So ever since that, we did the videos for Blaze Carter. We did work with Jim Jones. We did work for Fred the Godson. We really started hitting the pavement hard, and we started making money dealing with the industry and messing with the industry artists and the local artists. And so we made a real good name about ourselves. We got a website. We got everything we need. We got the hottest videographer on the team right now.
Wow.
And, man, it's motivating and inspiring, because whatever you set your mind out to do, you can do it. You just really gotta go after it, man. Amen.
A couple of times you mentioned your partner, how you kind of got in with the power washing thing, to your partner, how you kind of got into the videography thing, and we shout out my partner Compton M. Lightner a little bit earlier. How important is it? Because I know the value that this man brings to everything that I do in regards to this radio station. How important is it to have a real partner, a person that you believe in, a person that you trust, that trusts you and have the same type of goals?
That's really important, man. The moment you realize that you can't do everything by yourself and that you need help is the moment where you really start to grow and you really start to succeed.
Wow.
During the process of meeting certain individuals who claim to share your same vision, you're gonna run through a lot of people, because not everybody's intentions are the way you want them to be.
That's right.
But when you do find that person and that individual who shares the same vision as you, and he's invested as much as you invested into the projects, into the programs, into the services that you offer your clients, you keep them good. You do not ever want to break those ties or do any malice in between one another, because that can destroy a friendship and it could destroy a business.
Come on. Amen. That's the truth right there. He giving it to you. I hope you got your pen and your pad out, because you're getting information from the horse's mouth. And if you're just tuning in, you are live on Celebrity Talk with your boy, Too Deep, and the one and only Jorge Malave-Dejesus, baby. We up in the building. We doing it. Hey, man, you kind of mentioned just briefly as we were talking about you put the business plan together and you got it. Now, it's actually a perfect segue because we had 3 of our listeners. One calls himself Red, Black, and Green. Looks like Jerome, and Undecided. That's what they call themselves. Shouts out to y'all for sending them in. They want to know how hard is it to write a business plan. I'm gonna put all y'all information together. I'm gonna ad-lib a little bit. They're saying that they go online and they find like the business plan template. And they're using that. Some of it applies, some of it doesn't. They don't understand if it's real or if it's legal, if it's legal binding as far as things like that. What are some of the things that maybe information you can give them in regards to how to even build a business plan?
Well, definitely. I think the best way for them to be able to put together a good structured business plan is to do just that. Either you go to the library and you go pick up a book that tells you about the business plan, or you can easily Google it. Now, these days, you got the technology that you got everything at your fingertips. So there's no way for you not to be able to figure something out unless you want to put no type of effort into it. So what happens is once you Google business plan template, you're going to see that you're going to get multiple templates. But what you do is you find the consistency in between the templates. You find out, the outlines are broken down, like they're pretty much the same. But the thing is, it's not so much about the business template because you can find that easily. My thing is you have to know what are you going to put inside the business template. The information, right?
Preach! Come on now!
Your information has to be accurate. Your information has to be factual. Your information has to be on point because what happens is you can come up with a business plan on your own and not know anything about it. But when you go present it to the people that you want them to invest or you want the banks to see it, they're gonna shut it down immediately because now you're dealing with caliber people who are highly educated and understand a business plan and business proposal. So if you think you're gonna get away with just filling it up with bubble gum and licorice, you're not gonna get too far. Once you walk in there, you sit down and they're telling you no, thank you, have a great day. Don't feel bad if you didn't put the work into the business plan.
Wow, come on, man. That's real talk right there. So let's talk about family for a minute because you mentioned how the guy you was doing the roofing with, he had his son at work and y'all was working and that kind of inspired you to do some different things. You said at the very beginning that, hey man, I didn't want my kids to follow in those type of footsteps. I wanted them to see something else. How do your kids accept your business? I know, at least for me, family is very important. I need my wife's support. I need my children's support, not only because of the time that I got to put into it, but hey, baby, I can't make it. Can you record this set type thing? And how important is it that the family works with you, and what type of feedback or energy do your kids give you in regards to, okay, daddy, I'm going to be power washing somebody's house to death?
Right. That's a real good point that you brought up because I'm going through something with my kids now, and it's the transition in their mind frame to get them to understand that what they were pre-programmed to learn is not what I want them to see.
Come on.
So I'm working real hard with them, and I'm showing them how to be an entrepreneur, how to be a business owner, how to be a hustler. You know what I mean? Because right now, at this very moment, all the schools are shut down, and all they want to do is give the kids little tablets and little iPads or whatever, and give them bubble gum work.
That's it. That's it. And people not thinking about that. They're not thinking about that. Your kids aren't in school. They're not even getting half the education they supposed to be getting right now, and the whole education ain't even being given. Come on, you got it. I'm sorry.
Not even a little bit. So what's going on is, and shout out to my kids, man. I love them, man. I love them all, and they fuel me and they push me to do better. So what happens is I got a set schedule. We get up at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. by 8 o'clock, we're at the park working out.
Wow.
We're at the park working out from 8 to 9. By the time we get out of the park, boom, we shoot to the house. We all take showers. We get dressed. We eat breakfast. We all go together and open up my store, my clothing store. Shout out OTH, man. That's my business.
Yes, OTH.
That's what's up. So what happens is they open the store, and as soon as they walk in the store, I got them doing academy work. I put them in an online course that I felt as though was adequate enough to teach them and keep building them up.
Wow.
Even before, as soon as I found out all this was transpiring and was happening, that same day I found out, I was like, look, I had a conversation with them and I let them know what it is. They weren't too happy, but right now they love it. They enjoy it. They're growing. They're getting to see me work like all the time. And they get to see me actually putting in that work, just showing them what it is to really make money. Because one of them, my oldest, was like, Dad, I want to work at McDonald's this summer. And I looked at him and I was like, is that what you really want to do? And little by little, I'm starting to show him, because the other day they went to their grandma's house and we had placed a big order at the store. And they was at their grandma's house for 2 days. And mind you, we had cashed out the register, so it was no money in the bank.
Wow.
So we placed the big order. They came back 2 days later, and I had all the money out on the table from all the merchandise we sold while they was at their grandma's house.
Nice.
It was a couple racks on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at the table, and I was like, count that. He counted it. They both counted it, and they looked at me like, yo, you made all that while we were gone? Mind you, it was only in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I made that in 2 days. And then I peeled out $300 bills, and I was like, this is what you would get paid at McDonald's if you work a whole week, 7 days, 40 hours.
Wow.
And he looked at me with that face, and he was like, Dad, I don't want to work at McDonald's.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So just being able to break it down to them and show it to them right there in front of their face is better for me to help them understand what's really going on in this world. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy deep right there, because a lot of parents are like, look, you just need to get a job. Mayor, summer youth, McDonald's, I don't care. Wherever you can work, just get out the house and learn. And that's not necessarily the best thing to do, because McDonald's may not be teaching. I don't want to shout down nobody because we looking for McDonald's to start us. We the Arches give us a sponsorship, but they hire employees. They hire employees, people to serve. That's really what it is. I mean, you don't want to teach your young children that's their career. You know what I'm saying? That's a career. It's a career for some people, but there's a lot more money, a lot more opportunity, and entrepreneurship is the way. How has the internet, because you mentioned that a little earlier, how has the internet really helped your business? Because when you're a local, or I'm gonna say a regional company like yourself that moves around and does some things, now the internet just makes it so much bigger. How has that really affected your business, positive or negative?
To be honest with you, with everything that's going on, everything's been positive. Everything's been a plus, because I'm the type, I believe in the law of attraction. So therefore, if I were to look at anything in a negative aspect, whatever happens to me negative, I would just be bringing it upon myself.
Amen.
So in order for me to remain consistent and stay proactive, I have to look at everything as in a positive, or as in a way that I want it to happen and transpire the way I see it. You know what I mean?
Come on. That's deep. All right.
With social media, of course, it's helping me, because a lot of the stores, matter of fact, I'm going to say 98% of the stores in my city are closed.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I'm wired a little different. I'm willing to take chances. I'm willing to risk it all just so I can keep providing for my family.
Okay.
So I use this, and I use social media to bring awareness to everybody that my store is still open.
How about that?
People want to shop. People still need clothing. People still want to talk to me. People still want to meet me. So guess what? The numbers have been going up significantly because I'm taking this risk.
Wow.
So I never shut down since we were been told to shut down, because I didn't feel comfortable with voluntarily making my business go down under.
I hear
because
that.
2 months of an inoperable business gonna put you in a negative fast.
Oh yeah. And all the government loans in the world don't help that.
Right. If you look at it from a business standpoint, high risk, high reward. You know what I mean?
Amen. Come on. Wow.
So that's exactly how I've been doing. I've been using social media to the max. That way I'll bring awareness and let everybody know that we're open and we're risking it all for you guys. That way you guys can continue shopping and keep living a normal life.
Wow, hey man, that's what's up. Come on now, you got me wanting to shop for something. Tell everybody, like, what can I go? Can I go get a grill up in that joint or something? Yeah, y'all, you got Black Label. I know y'all got clothes. I need me some Black Label. I can't find Black Label nowhere.
You got some nice clothes, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Once we get out of here, I'll send you the link to my Instagram. That way you can really check us out, man.
Amen. Well, I've already checked it out. That was a trick question for you to tell the listeners some of the clothes that you got. I already know what you got at the store, bro.
We got Black Keys, we got Embellish, we got a little bit of Nike, we got Red Fox for the women. You know, we got some nice stuff there, man. We got raw jeans, we got kilograms.
Come on.
Man, we got a lot.
Amen. That's what's up. Way to bounce back, brother. Way to bounce back. I love it. So you got this business. You're putting it together. You out there power washing houses. Now you got a videographer company who's a part of that, and you're out meeting celebrities and just growing and growing and growing and growing. At what point do you say, "Yo, I need to write a book"?
Oh man, I did that because I just got off. I did a 6-year bid of state penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
I did 6 years. My last 3 years, that's when I really honed in on myself, and I really started looking at myself and analyzing all my flaws and all my imperfections and what I needed to do to change, because I was living in a revolving door. I was living insanity. I was doing everything over and over again, thinking I was gonna have a different outcome with. They say it was the same outcome. I almost got murdered 2 times. I did 6 years of state. I lost my kids. I almost got beat. I got beat the fuck up on a regular out here running these fucking streets, being a fucking hot ass, a hothead motherfucker. You know what I mean? So my last 3 years, I was like, listen, man, I can't do this no more. I miss my kids. My kids are growing up. My kids are growing up calling the next man dad. That shit just got my head so screwed up, man, that I need to do something about it.
Come on.
So I had so much in my head going on that I needed to channel these thoughts. So what happened was I started buying paper from all the other prisoners in there. I started buying up the pens, the paper, and I just started writing, man. And I just started writing until I put together this book right here, this book, Rock Bottom.
Come on.
This is not my book. This is not a book about me. There's a lot of truth to this book, but it's a story. It's a story with me speaking about the individuals in the book, and it's very impactful. And there's a lot of knowledge in this book, man. It's thick as shit. It's 658 pages.
Wow. Come on. That's
you feel
deep.
Me?
Yes. Look, who's that guy? Listen, so when the person hears Rock Bottom, at least when I first heard it and was like Rock Bottom, I was like, wow, that's got to be some real deep stuff. He gonna take us to the bottom and show us this is the rock bottom and how you can build to coming up. I haven't had a chance to read the whole book. Can you just give us a synopsis that would attract people to it and help them to understand what rock bottom is?
Well, the book, the title alone is me. I was at my rock bottom.
Come on.
Now, the main character in the book, his name is Rock.
Okay.
He ended up hitting the bottom. You get what I'm saying?
Damn it.
And it's just about a teenage male. He managed to dodge all the negative influences in the city. He managed to dodge all the negativity in his city. Man, he managed to dodge it all. He was gifted enough to be able to walk a good path with his foster family. But one night out with him and his foster family turned detrimental because him and his foster sister got into a violent scuffle. His sister accidentally hit the guy a little too hard and ended up murdering him.
Wow.
So him being the bigger brother, he takes the fall for his sister. So now he got a life sentence. He's about to go to trial. He's in prison.
Wow.
Now the person he managed to dodge and not become while he was in the streets, he became in prison. In prison, he became that savage. In prison, he became that
because he knew it already.
That people feel. He became that animal. And now, while he's sitting in here becoming this person that he never wanted to be, but he's embracing this person and he's owning it and he's actually enjoying being this person.
Yeah.
Because he has no choice. So while he's losing himself in prison, his sister's losing herself out in the real world because she can't live with the fact that her brother's doing a life bid because of her actions. So she's out there losing herself, losing her mind, trying to tie up loose ends, and just doing a whole bunch of extra stuff that she don't need to be doing, trying to get her brother home.
Come on. Oh my God. Dude, that's a mini series. That's a Netflix movie right there, bro. For real.
Definitely.
Wow.
Speak it into existence. Say it loud.
I'm telling you right there, that is a Netflix movie. If you're looking for the next movie, producers, if you're on the line, check it out, man. Jorge Malave-Dejesus, baby. Get the book, read the book, make that a movie, a mini series or something, because just as soon as you start talking about, oh, whoa, that's me, dodge. I was like, wait a minute, nope, I took a turn to the left. That kind of really wasn't me. And then I could see that whole situation flash before my eyes, like, wow. Most of it happened to me, or somebody really close to me. That's a real story. That's things that happen to real life. And that's motivational to people because you can see the ins and the outs just from that little synopsis of how impactful that could be to our youth. And I say that because our youth, I call them millenniums because, man, they ain't got no sense to me. I just don't understand. They call me old school. I don't care. But they don't got no sense. But they need that type of guidance. They need to see and hear those types of things. And they look for that in music. So how can we figure out how to relate this and get this to the kids so they can do it? Have you thought about like turning it into like a cartoon kind of series or something like that? Anything?
I do. I got a lot of things that I want to do with this, and it's just because we got so many things going on that I have to, really strategize and really put it together the way it needs to be put together. That way we can really present it to those big production companies.
Yes.
That way they can really embrace it and really help turn my creation into a vision. That way we can amplify and capitalize off of it. You know what I mean?
Amen. 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 Well, when you hold auditions, you let me know because I want to audition at least for one part or something extra. Something extra. Let me come audition, get my little acting on. Compton wants to know, hey, can you tell everybody where can they purchase the book?
Oh, the book you could definitely. Well, I was on a Barnes & Noble book tour, so you could definitely get it from me if I'm on tour. If I'm back on tour and I'm at a Barnes & Noble location near you, but you could definitely get it from Barnes & Noble online, or you can get it on Amazon online, or you could get it on KDP. It's on all the major platforms. It's on Ingram. No matter how you do it, no matter how you look for it, just Google my name and Google that book, and I can almost guarantee you my name and the book is gonna come up.
Hey man, that's what's up. Okay, so a lot of people who follow us and listen to the radio station and check these joints out, they know that I can read very well, but I'm not a strong reader. What about people like me? I'd rather have an audiobook. Have you thought about putting it into an audiobook for people like me who just don't like to read or don't have time and can pop it into the car?
Yeah, definitely. That's also in the mix as well. It's funny that you said that because I was with my partner. We took a trip to I think it was Philadelphia, and we were actually putting together a script, and we were talking about turning it into an audiobook. Big shout out George Gomez, Flow Television, man. That's my partner in crime right there. We actually were talking about it, but it's like I can't just have anybody do it since it has an urban feel, it has a ghetto vibe to it. I need somebody who's knowledgeable in that realm.
Amen. Somebody is real.
I can't just go get Bill Nye and ask him to fucking convert my book into an audio book. He's not going to sound the same. He's not going to be able to talk the slang. He's not going to be able to put that passion into it. You know what I mean?
And Rock was suddenly arrested by the police. It don't go down like that, right? It can't necessarily go down like that. That's what's up. I understand. That's true. You got to have somebody real who understands that maybe comes from that type of situation or environment or have lived that type of environment. I understand exactly what you're saying because it's going to be a feel, it's delivery, it's just like a rap song when it comes to that, to be able to portray your feelings and emotions. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Amen. So we out here getting it in, man, and of course we can't go anywhere about talking about what's trending. To coronavirus, the pandemic, and all this stuff. I want my Trump money. Everybody want their Trump money. Part of the problem with some of us small business owners is we make just a little too much money to get the dang Trump money. So we don't qualify for the Trump money, but I want my Trump money. You know what I'm saying? How have you looked at some of the things that the government's doing? Have you been able to take advantage of some of those grants or loans or different processes to help you to stay afloat?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I'm not really looking forward to the money. Because I know there's a lot of people who need it, but me on the other hand, I don't want a handout from that individual. I want to keep doing it and keep doing it how we've been doing it, which was because let's just say the money was never to come. If what am I gonna do? Just sit home and just wait for it.
Wow.
You see, I just told you I risk it all to keep my business open. That way we can continuously keep generating money.
Come on.
So, I haven't been, maybe it's coming in the mail or something, but I haven't yet received anything from them yet. And it's okay if I don't, because I always make sure I got a pillow to rest my head on it and make sure that pillow is hefty. You know what I mean?
Amen. Hold on, wait. It look like somebody's coming in the studio. Hold on, bro. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Hello, George. This is your President Donald Trump. I like what you were saying just a minute ago, and I truly understand and I respect your business and your grind. And I really would love to see your book. I would love to read it, and I believe that my daughters and my wife would really enjoy your book. But here's the thing. I know you don't really want my money because you think it's a handout, and then you feel like you have to vote for me because I'm Donald Trump and I'm going to make America great again. But I tell you what, here's the deal. I'll write you a $5 million stimulus check right now. And I'll write $5 million stimulus check because I'm Donald Trump and I can do that. If you stop making your book, stop selling your book, stop power washing, just quit everything. $5 million right now. Do you want it? Go. Too deep, I'm out.
Nope. With all due respect, nope, I do not want it.
Hey, what, John?
You got the fuck out for real.
You say you don't want it? What? You don't want the money? It ain't worth it.
I don't want his money, bro.
Come on.
It's got integrity over here.
Amen. So it's more for integrity than. Is it because your business, you know that your business is worth more than that, and you believe that with hard work, dedication, and the right recipe that you can make more than $5 million to make you stop doing what you're doing, and actually it looks almost like a sellout type deal for the family, huh?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, amen.
So that means for any amount of money, I would change my whole persona. I would change out every characteristic that I have in my body.
Wow.
And it's not happening because everything I went through, every single tear that I shed, all the blood I spilled, everything that I've been through will never, ever, ever amount to that little punk ass $5 million that he's trying to offer. You know, my vision is bigger than that. You know, I want to be able to change the world. I go to detention centers. I go to middle schools. I talk to children. You know, I am really impacting. Me and my team are really impacting people's lives here. You know what I mean?
Wow. Amen.
So in other words, that $5 million won't only stop me from moving forward, but it will stop me from helping and sharing the word with everybody else to help bring awareness to them. And they too can be better than and find themselves in a better situation that they find themselves in. So no, I'm cool. He can have it.
Amen. And I'm glad you found the humor in that because there's really no right or wrong answer. Some people, in whatever their situation is, they would take it and say, yeah, man, I'll stop doing that. Then I'll just invest it somewhere else and I'll make money that way. So there's really no right or wrong answer. That's just something with things the way that they're going to try to bring some light to the situation by bringing Donald Trump in. Thanks. Shout out to Donald Trump, man, for coming in the building. But life is real out here. New York, especially, there's a lot of deaths. Shout out to the family, and we condolences to all those who are suffering and fighting and going through that. Not only in New York, but all over the world. Washington State, it don't matter where you at. People are losing people because of it. And you started to mention how you go do public speaking and you talk to the kids. Is there any major charity that you're involved with that you would like to send a shout out to and let them know that you out here, you always working for them?
No, to be honest, I really didn't get a chance to get heavily involved because before all this started, I was making the transition to fully excel in that realm. So in the future, I'm glad you're saying all this because you're just solidifying everything that's going to be happening once all this is over. So you keep doing what you're doing right there, and I'm going to make sure I get it done, my brother.
Amen. That's what's up. If you're just tuning in, man, you know what it is. It's your boy, Too Deep, and this is Celebrity Talk, and we are live right here with my man, George. Look, come on, you say it.
George Malave-Dejesus.
Yeah! I couldn't say it with that. I wanted to say it with the accent. I couldn't get it out. I won't mess that up this time. Listen, man, make sure you subscribe to our channel, man. If you like what you see and you like what you're hearing, make sure you follow George. Man, tell them where they could get you. Yo-Yo guy. I was like, the whole time I've been calling you Yo-Yo in the back of my brain. I'm like, I ain't gonna never get his name right.
Everybody call me, man. You already know it's George Malave-Dejesus everywhere. George Malave-Dejesus on Instagram, George Malave-Dejesus on Facebook, and it's George Malave-Dejesus on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Come on.
I'm just now working those platforms. I'm starting to build them up as much as I can. You know, just be patient with me, y'all. But I'm definitely gonna put us on the map, man. #Team Us, #Flow Television all the way. You know, go follow my boy George Gomez as well, man, my partner in crime. Shout out OTH, The Spot. Make sure y'all go tune in over there too. Primacy Firm, we out here, you heard?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, what's next? They're saying that they're still slowly gonna start opening things up. So I know you, and just in this little bit of time we're talking, I'm like, yo, me and this dude, we like to plan things, put it together, and put that plan to action. Small term goals, long term goals. What are you planning next? Can you give us just a peek into what might be coming up?
I can't really disclose too much information on the major projects that we got working on, but just know that some TV series is coming out.
Wow.
Movies gonna come out, and just stay tuned because we got a lot more going. We're gonna revamp the book tour. I got another book that's coming out. The motivational speaking tour is gonna be in effect. And it's just so much we got going on, man. Just like so much, man. My team is working. We're working hard, and our dreams are big. Our dream. We don't dream small no more because we ain't got time for small dreams, man.
Yes.
We're gonna think big, or we're not gonna think at all. And I appreciate them for participating in everything that we got going on, and really believing in the cause because we gonna rattle the hornet's nest, man, and we gonna make some noise in this game.
Amen. As long as it ain't those big old Africanized hornets with the 6-inch stingers that's killing bugs. Don't bring them, don't rattle them joints. So we can make it easy like that. So I see you in like some of your social media stuff, posting and stuff. The gear that you be wearing, because you swagged out right now. Is that your gear, or do you have a special type of swag that you like to rock, skinny jeans or something?
Usually, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, when we're handling business, you see me in the button up. You see me and my partner in the suit. You see us fresh. I'm pretty sure you've seen the photos of us real fresh with the suits on.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, the gear that I do wear, yes, it is from my clothing store. Everything I wear, I represent our brand. I represent our store. I just want to keep the money in the circle. That's all. We want to build our own Black Wall Street over here.
Come on, amen. Now, that's a perfect segue to my next question. What's the importance of that? You have a lot of young people, entrepreneurs in the business that are coming up, especially like in the music industry. They're not understanding. They're 16, 17, 18, bam, getting $1 million record deals, but they think they can go on somewhere like this. Yeah, what's going on, son, man? Yeah, sign me to a deal. Ooh, sponsor me. Put your money behind me. Please just give them a little bit of insight of the importance. Like, if they see me outside of being too deep and doing this, I'm dressed up. I look like I don't scare white people when they see me. They be like, I wonder what that guy is about. What's the importance of understanding dressing for success and dressing the part that you want versus dressing the part that you're being?
Definitely. That's a real good topic that you brought up as well because people need to understand that there's the business side and then there's the field. You know what I mean? In the field, you can dress and act however you want, but when it's time to talk that business, you gotta definitely put your game face on. You gotta look the part.
Yes.
You gotta make sure you practice business etiquette, man. Because if you don't have business etiquette, man, you're always gonna rely on the next person to conduct the business for you. And if you really want to learn business, you really gotta get out there and start practicing the business.
Wow, come on, man, that's deep. I hope y'all got y'all pens and pads out because if y'all have had them out, then we can have a whole lot of new business starting up here once this thing clear up because he giving it to you live. Come on, George Malave-Dejesus, baby! Yes. So how's New York treating you and supporting you with your business, man? When they see you making moves like that, I know a lot, because I'm from Buffalo, New York, upstate, and I know I'm like, oh, New York, that's not a borough. I'm from a borough. That's what I normally get from the people from the city. But New York has always been labeled as the fast talkers, the crabs in the barrel. They always try to pull something over. They don't understand that there's really real people that come from New York. And that's why New York is a major hub for all types of businesses. How does New York help and rock and support you and to help the people to understand who you are and how serious you are and how successful they expect you to be because of your business etiquette?
It's funny that you said that because our clothing store, The Spot, is located in Pennsylvania, in Reading, Pennsylvania, but our distributors are located in New York.
Wow.
So a lot of our clothing does come directly from New York, and we got a really good distributor who is really plugged in, and he's really teaching us a lot about the clothing because, I went into this and I really don't know much about it. My partner knows a lot about the clothing, but myself, I didn't know a lot, but now I brushed up on it. That my distributors have taught me so much and taught me that the wave is from coming down from New York, trickling down to Philadelphia, to New Jersey, and all that stuff. So they've really been holding us down. You know, New York has really been, you know, even right now they're not supposed to be open, but they still manage to bring us our merchandise because they know we're making some small sacrifices ourselves to. At the end of the day, we're putting money in their pockets, and we're supplying the city over here in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Wow, how about that? That's what's up, man. Amen, amen.
Definitely.
Y'all just out there working hard, and you're an inspiration. And I'm going to speak on my opinion on this. I hope people don't understand that you're making a small sacrifice. You call it a small sacrifice because you have a livelihood. You have a business. You have a family to support. That doesn't necessarily mean you don't understand or respect what's going on in the world as far as the pandemic. It's just some things have to be done. Let's take, for example, a random drug dealer. Someone's a drug dealer. If you ask that drug dealer, he don't think that he really doing nothing wrong if he taking that money and he's providing for his family. He's helping his mom or his grandma. Those are things. Those are a necessity. You have to do these things to live, and that mindset can get placed into people. How hard is it to keep that mindset to want to win and know you have to do whatever to win, but also to not hit rock bottom? Ooh, like your book. I just did that. And to maintain legal money over illegal money, because legal money stretch much, much longer.
It does stretch a lot much longer, and I just think it's a decision you have to make, and it's a decision that you have to be willing. Because of course, before I decided to stay open before we decided to stay open, we weighed out the pros and cons. We weighed out what's the worst thing that could happen, and we weighed out what's the greatest thing that could happen. And like I told you, high risk, high reward. You know what I mean? So if worst case scenario, you know, I don't even want to speak it into existence.
Nope,
but,
don't talk about that.
We're not even gonna touch base on that.
Nope.
Because at the end of the day, everything's been going great for us. The city has been holding us down. The city has been showing us so much love because we are still giving them an outlet to be able to go out and shop. Some people have shopping addiction.
Oh yeah.
What I find a little disturbing is how is it that the liquor stores are open, the beer distributors are open, the tobacco shops are open.
Preach, bruh. Preach.
Me clothing the city and making sure that the city has clothing to be able to clothe their children. Wow. It's not essential. So that's where I'm at with it, and that's where I'm staying with it. We're going to stay open until they literally tell us that, look, listen, you're committing some infractions. I think we need to pull you aside and talk to you. But other than that, we're going to keep going at the pace that we're going, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Amen. And they don't understand. It's still wintertime up north up here, man. Some of the people bathing in the sun, they running to Florida and sitting on the beach. It's still cold, and we had snow yesterday up in this joint down here.
Definitely.
Amen. So let's talk about, because we kind of been bouncing around a little bit. Let's talk about the youth. A lot of changes have been coming down the pipeline, the legalization of marijuana and different things like that. I support it to a point because I've seen some of the positive effects that it has on like cerebral palsy and different things like that. What's your take on the legalization of weed?
Man, it's like the way I look at all that, man, everything is just a way to get your attention away from something else that's going on. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know, if everybody's running around going crazy, going to go get their marijuana license, that's great. But there's something bigger going on. While you guys are running over there worrying about getting medically cleared for marijuana, you know, something major is not happening over here that we have no control over, because once the bill is passed, it's passed.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Everybody's gonna be so zoned out, so happy that they got marijuana and they can smoke it legally, that they're forgetting that they're about to do something real crazy and critical to us in the next month or two. You know what I mean? So I agree with what you're saying to an extent, that it does cure and that it does help. But come to find out, this new grade marijuana that they're coming up with, I feel as though that it's being tampered with.
Oh yeah, weed is not growing like that. I don't know. I don't smoke, but that is not marijuana that these smokes is out here smoking, bro.
Exactly. You know, it's being engineered, it's being modified, it's being grown in labs. You know, it's not the same when it's pure. You know what I mean? When it's pure, it's pure. And if it is helping the people who are sick, you know, I'm happy it is. But for the most part, you know, it's a hidden agenda. Shit is crazy. There's too much going on for me to keep track on everything. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I've been sober for over 8 years. So
Come on.
you know, I really don't entertain that really, but I just want people to wake up, man, and really see what's going on, man.
Amen, amen. I used to dabble a little bit when I was younger, and I say that they're trying to figure out how young I was. Reggie was like the loud or whatever they call it now. That Reggie was the good stuff, and we still had swag and stuff like that. You'd be lucky if you had one red hair in the bag amongst all those sticks and seeds. They don't even do that anymore.
When it used to come like a
brick, yeah, compressed down. Had a book, rock bottom. Oh Lord, you got me coughing up.
Oh, man, you are so right.
My real situation with that is I grew up kind of old school. The DARE program, Dare to Say No to Drugs. I still believe that weed is a gateway drug. And just how you're saying, something's going on with that. And I believe that the worst part about it is for our youth, if they're looking to go to school or to college or to get a good job where they're making $30, $40, $50 an hour, my biggest concern is that they're making weed so much accessible to them now. Now they're picking up a habit. They're starting to smoke weed. They're addicted to weed. And the first chance they get, the first opportunity they get to make a $35 an hour job, what do they have to do? They have to kick a drug habit. It's crazy, man. And that's why I kind of understand. It's like, oh, my neck, my back, let me get my card. But they're not really thinking about the long-term effects of that is most real paying jobs is like if you have to work for someone else and you're not an entrepreneur like yourself, you gotta piss in a cup, and that strong ass weed, excuse my language, that ain't going out your system in a week, baby. You can drink all the vinegar water you want.
It's gonna linger for a good time.
Oh my Lord, have mercy, man. It has been an honor and a pleasure having you on the show. I'm just having way too much fun. Let's just take a minute again and tell everybody, man, how they could get at you on your social media, man, where they could get the book from. Because I gotta get on that rock bottom. Gotta get on it.
Definitely, man. Like I told you guys, man. Once this book signing tour is revamped, I'll be at a city near you because I was knocking down the cities. I was knocking down cities left and right. But if you can't see me at a book signing, man, you can always hit me up. Hit me up at my page. I'm Jorge Malave-Dejesus on Facebook. Jorge Malave-Dejesus on Instagram. Jorge Malave-Dejesus on YouTube. I will personally sign it for you and send it to you. All you gotta do is cash at me. And if you don't want to do it that way, you can order it from Barnes & Noble online. You can order it on Amazon online. You can order it from KDP. You can order it from Ingram Spark. You know, wherever you want the book from, man, you can just Google it and find it. But if you want the autographed copy, the one that I'm gonna personalize it and put a message in there for you, you just cash at me and I'll mail it right to your doorstep, man.
Come on, amen. That's what's up. I'm gonna try to throw a couple more questions in here because these came from the listeners. But not really. I'm kind of ad-libbing a little bit. I'm gonna add my own little twist onto it. So, like, for me personally, a business entrepreneur on the KFSM Radio Network, Bloody Rain Productions, Mixoplex Entertainment Group, we're doing all kind of things in the industry. And at one point, I mean, my whole entire family, my wife, my 3 kids, we were all doing it. My son's making beats, and this one's rapping, this one's doing marketing and stuff. And as they get older, they slowly but surely don't want to really do it anymore. How would we keep our children excited about the business, even though they don't realize that this is paying the bills? This has got them Jordans on your feet. This is why you got this extra money in this laptop or iPad or PlayStation 4 costs $500,000. What can we do as parents to continue? And I know you kind of touched on it a little bit before, but what do we do as parents to help keep the kids interested, motivated, and understanding that it's not just fun what we're doing here. This is a business, and I need you to learn this.
Right, they need to learn it. The way I try to break it down to them, so it's fun, but at the same time, it's impactful and knowledgeable at the same time.
Okay.
So what happens is, like you said, with the music industry, the music, you got to find out what it is that they like. You know, if they like playing on the computers, they could be good at doing clerical work for the office.
Yep.
You know, if they like
social media,
being out in the field, if they like being out in the field, they could be a promo team, a promo street team. You know what I mean? You gotta find out what it is. If they like to do art, they could be graphic designers and they can do the artwork for the CD covers. They could do artwork for the Instagram. They could do all that. You know, you gotta find out what it is. If they're artistic or is it more the computer skills that they like and what drives them. Find out what it is that they like and use that. Use that as fuel. Use that as momentum, and show them that they can be great at it. Like, say you're going down your timeline, and you see some real nice artistic work that an artist did, or somebody from a label they created. You be like, look, come here, I'm going to show you something. Remember that drawing you was working on? Look, this is what you could be doing and making a lot of good money off of it. You know what I mean? Because it relates to them. It resonates to them that it's art. They like art. So anything that's artistic is going to be more appealing to them. Okay. And then when they know that they can make money off the artistic value that they have, it's going to be it's no longer work. It's a passion that they have.
That's right. Ooh, that's the answer. Make it a passion, baby. Amen. Bro. Oh, wow, that's so deep, bro. You are killing it, man. Everything, the information that you are feeding us right now, I'm kind of like a sponge, bro. I'm just taking it in, and I'm really enjoying having this conversation with you because it's very inspirational. Is there anything that you would like our viewers and our listeners to know about you? Something that we may not have touched. Is like, you know what? I've always wanted people to just know this part about me. I just never get to say it. Is there anything you just want people to know about who George is, or how you got the name Yo-Yo?
Yeah, just if those of you who follow me on Facebook, they pretty much know I'm transparent. You know what I mean? Sometimes I say things that people may not like, but I say it for the greater good in me and in them, because I want people to understand that no matter how horrific or how bad your past was, no matter what you experienced, you have to learn that, you have to accept that and move forward from it in order for you to grow. If you don't move past that, if you don't learn to live with that, if you don't learn to make peace with it, it's gonna haunt you, and you're never gonna be able to amount to your full potential if something is holding you back. You know what I mean? So I say that because I did a lot of wrong in my life. I hurt a lot of people physically, mentally. A lot of people tried to hurt me. You know, I did a lot of bad. I did a lot of bad before I did a lot of good. And I embraced it all. I accepted it. I made peace with it, and I moved it. I let it go, and I moved forward from it. This is why I'm at a point where I find myself that I can help others and help inspire them in whatever it is that they got going on, because I'm genuine. I'm genuine with it, and I do it from my heart, and I do it with love. You know what I mean?
Wow. Amen. Wow. A lot of people call that real, bruh. That's real. I'm going to give it to you straight, whether you like it or not. It's just what it is. Take it or leave it. Hate it or love it. Whatever they want to call that phrase. I'm just going to be real with you. And we're going to keep it 100 all day long. Amen.
You got to, man.
Well, listen, fam. If you just tuning in, then you are fashionably late. And that means you must be black. Because you done missed the whole damn interview. But you're just tuning in with your boy, 2D. And we're here with the one and only George Malave. Come on, baby. Say it to me one time. Dejesus. Yeah. We almost did that at the same time. That's perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shouts out to you, man. Shouts out to your fam. Shouts out to your partners and everybody out there making the sacrifice to live and to be safe while you're living out here, man, in these trying times. We know that the Lord is working on it, so it will get better. Just like we're going to speak all of this money and all of these great things into both of our futures, because it's coming, because you can't not work hard and not be blessed. So put your best foot forward, fam. Keep on working. And if you got any questions, holla at my man George, because he's got the answers. You trying to get into a business. You trying to do a business startup. Don't be afraid. The only dumb question is the question that you don't ask. And this man right here just gave you a boatload of knowledge. So take it like that, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Talking about my brother.
Come on.
Another thing, like I tell everybody as well, man, if you guys really want to get in contact with me, if you guys really want to work, my phone number is 484-577-7009. This isn't an automated voice service. You're not gonna get my secretary, you're not gonna get my baby moms, you're not gonna get my mother, you're not gonna get my brother, you are gonna get me directly. You know, you're gonna get me directly. If you guys really want to work and need help, need advice, I answer all the phone calls, I answer all the messages, you know, and of course, if you act up, I'm gonna block your ass. So
that's
make sure
it.
you keep it straight business, straight professional, and we can definitely work and move forward from everything. Whatever y'all need help with, I got y'all, man. That's what I'm here for, to help.
Amen, amen, amen. Make sure you follow my man on all social media. Make sure you get the book Rock Bottom. I'm telling you, I'm going to speak it right into existence, because it's going to be a movie or a mini series or something going down, because the youth and adults need to get that type of information, because that's real, man. Check it out. Get it online. Go to Barnes & Noble. Follow him on the social media, man. Hit him on the inbox. Man, he just gave you his phone number for crying out loud. Come on, man. Make sure you get in on this project right here. Show the man some love. Show the man some support. And get some real knowledge inside of you. And take this book in with you and share it with your family. Amen? Amen, amen. But we ain't gonna keep you long, brother, but we gonna definitely keep you strong. Keep on rocking, man. Keep on pushing and doing your thug thizzle, big baby. If there's anything that you need, man, let me know. And we are here for you. Holler at myself or my man Compton. You know we gonna work it out.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to Into Deep. Shout out Compton, man. You guys really made my day today. You know, I was thinking about this all fucking week, man. I was like, damn, I can't wait to be on this whole fucking radio show. You know what I mean? Be able to talk to my guys and shit. You know, and it feels good, man, to be able to spread my love, spread my passion, spread my genuine inspiration through everybody who believes in what it is that I'm doing, man. And I'm not gonna stop. You know, I'm not gonna stop. I want to be the next Tony Robbins. I want to be the biggest Trent Shelton. I want to be the biggest Shetty. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When I see myself, that's what I see. You know what I mean?
Come on. Amen, amen, amen. That's it, baby. And I see it in you. Nothing but good things to come. Please be safe, my friend. God bless you and your family, man, and your kids. Keep up the good work, man. We're going to be watching you. We're going to be following you. And we're going to be taking your lead, brother. How about that?
My brother, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything. You hear me, man? Many blessings to you. You're going to keep prospering yourself, man.
Thank you.
Everybody on the team is going to do great, man. We just got to remain consistent and stay focused and remove ourselves from all the negativity that surrounds ourselves.
Yes. Man. Amen, amen. Come on, man. Give it up for my man Yo-Yo. If you missed it, I told you already, it's just fashionably late, but you can check it out on the YouTube live because it will be uploaded. So check it out. Stream it. Share it. Tell a friend that it's going down right here with my man, Jorge Malave-Dejesus, baby. And they got to get the book. You got to get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Get the motherfucking book. You know what's going down, y'all. Listen, make sure you're tuning in next week because we got S. Childs in the building. That's right, Solomon Childs from Wu-Tang will be here rocking with us right here on Celebrity Talk, baby. Next Monday is going down to the town. And if you're an independent artist, submit your music to the KFSM Radio Network at gmail.com for the review show. We got the one and only celebrity guest coming on, man, and popping it off. Pyrex will be in the building reviewing your music. So make sure you submit your music. Much love to you, fam. Peace, and everything is good for you, bro.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I love you all, man. Team us all the way.
All the way.
Don't quit, you're almost there.
Yeah! Hashtag don't quit, you're almost there, baby. Hey, we gonna sign out. It's your boy, Too Deep, and I'm out, baby.
What's up, this Jay-Z.
Hey yo, this is Eminem.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Drizzy Drake. Yo, what's up? This is Usher. This is Big Snoop D-O Double G.
I know some GS boys.
Yeah, man, it's Spice One.
This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly.
Hey, yo, wings up. This your boy, Judah Priest.
Yo, what up? It's the one and only Murphy Lee.
That's right, it's your boy Havoc the Mouthpiece from the South Central Cartel.
This is Steve Aaron, a.k.a. The Invade, only on KFSM Radio.
We were talking.
KFSM Radio.
KFSM Radio.
That's what's up. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it, man. It's turned up all the way.
It's your radio station.
Hey, man. Let me turn this off so I can focus on what you, brother.
KFSM radio station. I'm tuning in.